I will give first a comment on how this went for Maddie, the cat that I first started working with. And it was life-saving for her. She was 15 when I started, and she was 19 when she passed away. And I cannot imagine that I would have had one more year with her when she started, or 6 months even. There was just, when that animal starts going down the path that it's hard to pull them back from medically, that was her. I was just in a place where I didn't have the thing that I needed to really reset her balance and her well-being. But cannabis absolutely gave us that. Having, again, in Colorado, we were really blessed in that I had a lot of products to work with. I was able to, we could test them. I had COAs. I knew what I was working with. So the ability to implement all that currently was available from cannabis for that little cat gave us some amazing, amazing years that I wouldn't have had otherwise. And like I said, when I was speaking about her in the beginning, she absolutely informed all of my cannabis practice now and much of what we're teaching. So I am happy to believe that she has impacted the health of the world, which I just think is spectacular for her to have been able to do, from my first veterinary career to things that are happening on a global scale now, I think is incredible. So following those principles that we've kind of started out with from the beginning of focusing on the patient, harm reduction education, knowing there is more endocannabinoid system and that cannabis is just a piece of it, we see spectacular results. We see incidences of cancers resolve. That's not a miracle. We understand the mechanisms behind that. We understand the molecules we're working with. Anxieties that we didn't think we'd be able to work on, we can actually make a difference there now. Pain that nothing else is touching, we can make a difference there. Cannabis is an amazing medicine to practice with as a practitioner, because for me at least, it gives me a sense of really being able to work on that animal in the way that they need, instead of hitting it with a hammer like we sometimes have to do from the pharmaceutical side. Often necessary, but it really lets you work on those softer spaces, on those smaller problems before they become so big. So I would say, in terms of medicines that I've practiced with, cannabis is an incredible one.